Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama is calling for the Senate parliamentarian to be fired and replaced by somebody else. Now, I've talked a lot about the parliamentarian recently. This is a nonpartisan person who serves no matter who's in the majority, and typically for an amount of time, and a lot of times they get reappointed, etc. They are there to look over the rules, make sure bills are passed following the rules of the Senate, the things that they have agreed on in the past. Now, one of the things that they have agreed on is what's called the Byrd Rule when it comes to budget and reconciliation, and that all things must be related in such a percentage to the budget. And when it comes to Donald Trump's one big beautiful bill, this thing has been carved like a turkey. There have been so many things where the parliamentarian has come in and said doesn't meet the qualifications for the Byrd Rule. So in order to pass it, you would need to bypass the filibuster. And the Republicans know they don't have the votes to get past the filibuster. They will not get Democratic support for this thing. This isn't like a normal continuing resolution or even something close to it where, oh, well, we're just going to knock off, 1% or 2% of funding. These are deep, deep cuts. And even Republicans are worried in some cases about how bad the cuts are going to be to their own districts and how bad it's going to affect them in their re-election chances. Well, Tommy Tuberville doesn't like the fact that the parliamentarian is cutting a large chunk of the provisions out of this big, beautiful bill and saying if you want to leave it in, you must bypass the filibuster. He doesn't like it, so he wants him fired. Well, that's typical Republican strategy. If they can't win, they change the rules. Or they complain that it's rigged or what have you. They don't want to abide by the rules that they've agreed to in the past when it doesn't suit them. But if the shoe is on the other foot, and the Democrats were the one trying to push a bill through, and the parliamentarian was the one saying, can't do this, can't do this, can't do this, they'd be cheering for it. This is typical Republicans. Now, I don't think the parliamentarian's going to go anywhere. Majority Leader John Thune has said that he doesn't plan to do anything with the parliamentarian and that he's not going to overrule the Senate parliamentarian, which he could do with a simple majority vote, but that he doesn't want to because that will set a dangerous precedent going forward. And they know eventually they will be back in the minority. That is how politics works. It's cyclical, and long-term politicians know this, and they're worried about what happens when they're the minority party and Democrats are in control. Republicans don't want to tell Democrats, okay, we did it before, you have the green light to do it now, because they know they wouldn't be able to complain. They want Democrats to do it first. So all Tommy Tuberville is complaining, maybe he should stick to governing and then focus on his race to be the next governor of Alabama.